And it's funny that we had already just talked about that it's such a blur because I think we just do the grind.
Yeah.
And a lot of times the grind is decided by society, friends, family, and is it really the best thing for you? Or Hey, this is Deb, and this is Happy Hour with Deb. And today I've got a new friend.
Hello.
Chelsey Stallings in the house. Thank you for joining us on Happy Hour.
Oh, thank you for having me.
And you came in like, I'm a country singer, I have horses, but I didn't know you had an enormous bag of tricks, but we'll get into this.
I don't know if it's an enormous bag of tricks, but I mean, I aspire to be Mary Poppins, so I guess that's
fantastic. That's great. If my kids weren't grown, I'd say come, move in, be the nanny.
Be the nanny, yeah.
Right.
I don't know if you want to trust me that much with your kids. I mean, I have my own kids, but I'm not sure I can
How old are your kids?
Trusted with others. 8, 11, and 14.
Wow. You don't even look 14.
You're so nice. You're now my favorite person on the planet.
On people.
Because seriously, on the way here I was looking in the mirror and I was just like, oh my gosh,
I know.
I need to pull all this back.
I know. And I've been traveling so much that my friends are like, are you in for the Botox appointment? I'm like, I don't even know what city I'm in.
Yeah.
I know. It is.
Lost track of time.
It is. It is. Well, you look beautiful and you're stunning, and it is an honor and a privilege to have you here.
Well, it's an honor to be here.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. So, singer-songwriter, how long have we been? Take me back. Take me back to when all this started.
Oh, where do we begin? Man, I mean, I always say that the moment for me when I knew that I wanted to do something in music was, I think I was 12 or 13 and I went to a Garth Brooks concert.
What? That is life-changing.
And,
that's amazing.
I mean, I sang, just like sang in church and sang for family things before that. And I was always the harmony singer for my sister. Okay. My sister was always like the lead, the melody person, and she would just learn the harmony. So I can do harmonies on the fly now.
Right.
Thanks to my sister. But
you can add that to your impressive resume.
I mean, I don't know if it's that impressive. Let's not jump the gun. But no, I went to a Garth Brooks concert and I remember just the energy in the room. But then when he sang the dance, and even as a early teenage child, how hard it hit me. Wow. And I remember thinking, that's what I want to do. I want to help people feel like that.
Wow. So no music in your family?
No. I mean, my dad has a great voice, but he's will not sing in front of other people.
Right. Well, that's a huge fear.
I know. So, but no, as far like my sister sings, but not so much anymore. But other than that, no music.
So really. How did you go from that concert into this? Talk to me. Give me the steps. How this happened.
I think it took me some time to jump into it. My biggest struggle my entire life has been self-doubt. And so even as a 12, 13-year-old kid, people were saying, like, you have a natural ability for this and all the things. And but then you kind of get beat up by school and,
kids are mean.
Kids are mean. And I unfortunately believed it.
I know. I'm so sorry. I've heard this story so many times.
I'm not sorry because it gave me a really tough skin for later on in life, which is good. But so I kind of just dabbled through my teenage years. I was in a punk band for a little while, which
fun. No,
we won't talk about that. But no, it was really fun. It was great. It was great. They made me play bass. Which I don't know how to play bass anymore. Right. But and then when I got into, I was graduating high school and went to hair school. Okay. And I met somebody who had this little teeny home studio that was near my hair school, and I thought, that might be kind of fun to record a few songs, maybe give it as a gift to my parents, and then he and I started writing a little bit, and it all kind of started more like inspirational Christian music, but then slowly I kind of came back to my roots and back to country. Wow! And it's been a lot of ups and downs. It's been a roller coaster ride.
No good story starts with a salad, my friend.
I know.
I know. So when did you jump in? Like when you went to hair school, obviously.
I went to hair school and I worked full-time doing hair for many years while I was also pursuing music. Have
you made the move to Nashville yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
I fully jumped in my early 20s.
Okay.
And when I say fully jumped in, I mean, I think for me, the dream that felt reachable at that point was being someone in my hometown.
Wow.
So, and I kind of had talked myself into, well, if that's as far as I get, I'll be good with that. Like, I'm good with that. I don't think that I have it to, in me to play with the big dogs, but I'll be good with that. And then I ended up getting my songs on the radio. There was a radio station out there that was playing my songs. They were the most requested songs, which was so cool. And I thought,
that is so cool.
I thought I made it. I made it. This is it. And I remember.
Where's my tour bus?
I know it was. Gosh, Christmas. No, not Christmas Eve. Sorry, New Year's Eve of like 2009, somewhere around there. We were driving to a family party and heard some of my songs come on, and my husband and I are celebrating in the car.
That is
which is so cool.
Fantastic, right?
But then we came back and got in the car and turned the radio station back on, and this was after midnight, and it was static. And I called the president of the company the next day, and he said, we went bankrupt. We shut the radio station down.
Oh, no.
And so it just, like, dreams came crashing down.
Oh, piles and crumbles. Oh, no. Because I would have taken that as a sign, too.
I mean, I think I did for a minute, but I have learned that if God puts something in your heart and you can't help but chase it, it's not a roadblock, it's a detour.
Absolutely.
And
it's
so
a life lesson.
It was a big detour.
We're going to learn that lesson and move on.
Because I would have, and not that that's settling, but I would have settled for that.
Right. Oh.
And so anyway,
you're such a great guest. This is great.
No, but it just continued. I mean, I caught the songwriting bug.
Okay.
I started traveling back and forth to Nashville songwriting and doing all of that. And then I started having kids.
Right.
And I think I quit music every time I had a kid because mom guilt is a real thing.
It is a real thing. But you know what your kids want? They want you to live your best life.
Well, and honestly, and I have come to learn that I'm a better mom when I am pursuing the things that I love.
Absolutely.
So if I am, I don't ever want to feel, and I don't want them to ever feel that I resent them in any way.
Right.
Because
I can't even imagine you could resenting anybody, but yes.
No, but
it is, the mom guilt is real. It is real.
Oh, it's like palpable.
It is. But, I don't know. To me, I only have one. She's an adult now. She's 26, and I'm only 29, so you, Chelsey, do the math.
But don't say only one.
Yeah.
Because a kid is a kid.
A kid is a kid, right? I think a husband's a kid.
Well, then you have two.
Yeah. No. I think that, the example of chase your dreams, if I'm not chasing mine, do I want her to grow up to be a housewife? Or do I want, if she's thriving as a housewife, or do I want her to dream big?
Yeah.
So to me, it was like lead by example.
Well, and the fact of the matter is that it really is like what they say, and you blink and they're grown up.
Oh, I tell people, I'm like, you better be taking pictures because you're going to turn around.
Yep.
I remember the day she got on the kindergarten school bus, and I sat on the ground and sobbed, thinking my life was over. And she's going to be 27.
You're going to make me cry.
It
brings back all
I remember sitting there being like, I just gave away the most precious thing I've ever had in my life. I put it on a damn yellow bus. You know those suckers probably didn't have seatbelts. You know they didn't. No. Let alone like crash dummies are on those things.
No. Yeah.
And I remember thinking that 5 years was just over. It was just gone.
Yeah.
And what I would have done to get those years back.
But what's funny is during those years, you're so sleep deprived and so exhausted. It's really hard to be fully in them.
Oh, it's a struggle. The struggle's real, girl.
I know. So real. I think we look back on that like, man, I wish I would have soaked it in a little more. And it's like, but could I?
Right. We used the hand we're dealt.
Yeah. Like exactly. Mentally, emotionally, physically, could I have soaked it in any more than I did? I think I did as good as I could have day by day.
I'm sure you're a fantastic mother.
I don't know. I embarrass my kids on the daily. So
I don't think you're a good mother unless you do embarrass your children. But.
Well, and that's what I tell them now. I'm like, you guys are to the age where that is my only job.
That is it. I'm a rock star, and I'm going to break your balls, and that's what's going to happen.
Yep, and it builds character.
It totally builds character. And like, if you think I'm going to shame you, you ain't seen nothing. There's a whole damn world out there that's going to be bad.
Oh, yeah.
So you were, you were in music, and you're doing the music, and then your oldest is 4 14.
My oldest is 14 now. So we actually, my husband and I decided to make the move 5.5 years ago to Nashville. Before that, I was traveling back and forth all the time. I was riding with people.
How do you do that with a child?
It was crazy. I look back and can't believe I did it, because there were times when I was traveling while I was 6-7 months pregnant, where, I mean, this is TMI, but like when I was nursing a baby and had to bring a pump with me to, you know.
Well, who's anybody else to judge that? Good God, it takes
It's a lot.
Oh, I know. My friends now are like, how do you do that? I'm at a different airport every day, and I'm like, I don't think about it. Head down, let's go.
And you just don't when you're in it.
I don't think about it ever. If I thought about it, I'd probably feel tired, and that's just not how I want to roll. So I don't really even think about it. I'm like, I'm going to be tired either way. If I were sitting on the couch, I'd be tired.
I mean, exactly.
So, you know, why not do
everything? Rest when we're dead.
Yes, exactly. You'll sleep when you're dead. So then you took a little break after your son was born.
I mean, and I wouldn't even say it was a full break. It's just when my kids were born, I would slow down a little bit. And,
still perform. Still write.
Still perform, still write, still do all the things. It's one of those things that I think I tried to talk myself into quitting. Just because it is hard. It's not easy.
It's not. Life is not easy. No one ever promised you a rose garden.
No, and this career in particular, I mean, all careers have their challenges, but this one is just
you're in the limelight.
Not only are you in the limelight, but it's just the process of connecting with people and finding that audience.
Yes,
it's a lot.
It's a lot,
and also too figuring out who you are.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Because I'm sure from the time you were at the Garth Brooks concert.
Yeah.
To this woman, this grown woman who's married with a child, a lot has changed.
I think yes and no.
Okay.
Because I do feel like I'm a lot of the same person that I was when I was that 12 and 13-year-old girl.
Wow.
I think I've always been a little bit of an old soul.
Yes. We love the old soul. So the salts of the earth.
Love old soul. But I mean, I think the only ways that I've really changed is just in experience.
Wow.
And I think with experience comes empathy.
Yeah.
And comes a whole, slew of things. I mean, I'm not a spring chicken anymore. I'm not in my 20s. I've been doing this for a while, and it's hard for some people in the industry to want to jump in and be part of my team or stand behind me, because it's usually younger.
18, right?
Yeah, it's usually
right.
But
performing in bars, not being able to drink in the bar.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm a big believer in. I think that we need more songs that are for that 30 to 60 crowd, that are right in the slew of parenthood and going through all the changes in life. And
it's funny that we had already just talked about that it's such a blur, because I think we just do the grind.
Yeah.
And a lot of times the grind is decided by society, friends,
totally,
family, and is it really the best thing for you? But it is true,
Yeah.
How was the move anyway? How was Nashville?
Crazy. I love it. I'm not a comfort zone person. So get me out of my comfort zone as quickly as possible.
Right.
I'm all for that. My husband is a comfort zone person, so it was a little bit more of a struggle for him. But we rolled into town with 3 kids and 2 horses. And
my goodness.
we were...
That's a country music song, sister.
Right?
You got a country music song going on.
3 kids and 2 horses. But we were under contract with this cute little farmhouse and had never seen it. Sight unseen, and we rolled in, and it needed a lot of work, and we knew that, but it was cute.
Yeah.
And we got out and unloaded everything, and then went to close on the house and found out that it had an astronomical tax lien against the property, and we couldn't close on it.
No.
And
after you gave up your comfort zone.
Yeah.
And your normal.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So the owner said that we could live there rent free until they were able to get the tax lien cleared. And then 2 months after living there, and we couldn't change anything yet. It needed a lot of work,
right?
But we couldn't do anything about it because we didn't own the property. They came to us and said, "We can't let you live here rent free anymore. We need you to start paying rent." And we were like, "That wasn't part of the plan." Like our end of the deal
was you were to buy a house.
We held up our end of the bargain.
Right.
This is your problem.
Right.
This is not our problem. And it wasn't disclosed. We could have probably gone after them a little bit, but I'm not here to ruin anybody's life.
I'm same.
So
same. Plus, it's just adds stress onto your pile. Why would you want that?
Yeah. So I'm not interested in that. But we just said, we're not doing that. We're not going to be paying rent. And so they said, okay, well then we need you out in 2 weeks. So it gave us 2 weeks to find and close on a house. And we only found 2 options that had horse property that were in our price range. And one of them was in a flood zone.
Oh, geez, Louise.
And the other one is in the house that we're in now.
Oh, see, it worked out.
And it worked out great. And it actually, I think, was a blessing.
Yes.
No, I know it was a blessing because not only do my kids have like the most wonderful friends ever, and they never would have had that community if we wouldn't have been shoved out of that situation.
Right.
But a mile down the street, I met my best friend, and she is like that friend I've always wanted.
Yes.
And we just were like soul sisters.
The power of a friend is just amazing, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
totally. Because I don't do drama. I don't
either. I don't do the gossip train.
Nope.
I don't.
No petty stuff.
I don't like
won't do it.
Plot against other people. Like it's just a colossal waste of energy.
Yeah, but that has been such a huge blessing, and she has become like family. Their whole family has become like.
And
family
they live down the street from you.
They're a mile down the street.
That
from
is
us.
amazing.
So
and husbands like each other.
Yeah, and our kids are friends.
It's
and
a coloring book.
I know.
I love this.
It's so great. And you would love her. You probably need to meet her.
You should have brought her on the show.
Right? She's a little feral like me. It's fine. We're a little feral and it's good.
That's crazy.
Anyway, but no, I think the move was great. I think it was the best decision we've ever made.
I've never heard anybody come here and say that they didn't like it.
Yeah.
Everybody I've spoken to, we have a lot of artists that start from the very beginning, and like it's a 10-year town, and we have artists that have been playing for 40 years.
Yep.
And
100%.
I've never heard one person say that they regretted coming to Nashville.
I think it depends on what you're coming to Nashville for. I think that some people, when they're a big fish in a little pond, come out here and they're shocked to find that they're a very little fish in a very, very big pond. Yes. Because the talent is amazing.
The talent is, that's why you come here.
Yeah,
if you're going to take it seriously, you got to come to Nashville.
It is. But I'm a steel sharpens steel, so I wanted to come and kind of get beat up a little bit and again, be shoved into something better. Right. So for me, it's been more coming to grow as a person and coming to grow as an artist and really fine tune my skills.
Right.
So I think if you come with that mindset, it's different.
Yes.
But if you come with the mindset of, I'm going to be discovered and like everything is going to be,
Statistics say, right? Which is, and if you are, then God bless America.
Yeah.
But I mean, we've had artists that they grind it, and the part of the grind is part of the charm, and what makes them incredible artists.
Well, and also the grind is kind of the best part.
Yes.
It's tough.
It is.
It hurts.
It does.
But
it's just not your doer. We talked about that.
Yeah.
Earlier today, when you first came in, we were talking about networking. Well, first of all, it's got to be hard with a husband and 3 kids. Is your husband in the industry or no?
No.
Okay.
Thank goodness. No, he's a real estate agent.
Okay.
And then he's worked like mortgage broker.
Okay.
Stuff.
Right. Total different job.
Totally different job. Right. I don't understand his job. He doesn't understand my job. It works. It works just
perfectly.
Great.
Right. You stay in your lane. You stay here in my lane.
Yep. So networking, it can get complicated with kids. I mean, I have to be very good at managing my time.
Absolutely.
And so I'm very scheduled.
Right.
With
That's
things.
Okay.
I have to be.
People function better on it. They really do. There's something to be said about schedules, but I'm a little bit of a rebel. I'm like, I'm going to make my own schedule. Then I realize I need the schedule because I can't function off the schedule.
Well, I think schedule too helps with discipline.
Absolutely.
Because
this is a discipline.
It is. Well, 99% of the time, I'm not motivated. I want to lay in my bed under my heated blanket. I don't
here in Tennessee where it's cold.
I don't want to. Yeah, I want to get up, but it does kind of help with the discipline level. But yeah, I mean, networking for me, and we talked about this. I don't love the word networking.
You said that.
Because it feels transactional.
Yes, it does. In a town like this where you have to shake hands and kiss babies.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I mean, you do. If you want to meet somebody and you want to grow, but it's definitely a life skill, you know, that you, in not only in this business, in every business, you need to have the power of networking. So how do you handle it now?
I mean, I think the best way is to just come into town and be yourself.
Yes.
And you will naturally find your people.
You get your tribe.
And that sounds simple.
Right.
But for me and for many other people in town who have been here for a while and kind of know how it works, there is a way to go about things. There's an etiquette in this town that there's a learning curve to.
Tell me about that etiquette. What's that like?
I think when someone walks into a writer's round and the first thing that they do is come up and hand you a business card, or you get off stage and I don't even know their name yet, and they're, oh my gosh, we need to schedule a write, and I'm going, wait, like, who are you? Like,
hold
let me,
you know, hold the horses.
There's a getting to know people before we're jumping into a co-write and collaborating together, because it's a very intimate process.
Absolutely. And now it's your name, it's your brand, it's your love, it's your baby, it's everything you're putting on the line.
Totally. And I think people are so hungry for success when they first come to town. Like, oh, I moved out here, I took the risk, I've got to prove to my friends and my family that what I did is worthwhile and I'm not, you know, wasting my time and all that kind of a thing.
Fair judgment.
So you can kind of pick out the greenies from, I mean, I work with horses, so green, you know, green horse is just what's in my brain.
Well, my dog loves the greenie treats. We can't even say the G word in our house. Well, she's like, where's my greenie?
Yeah.
And by the way, you need to mortgage your house to buy greenies for a dog, just so you know.
We have cats, so they take care of themselves.
Well, you've got horses, so you've got other animals to feed.
That's
but
true.
Yes, the greenies are. I'm like, why is she on a $60 a month greenie fix? I'm like, that's nuts. But she's my girl, so I'll do it for her.
Yes, see? But that is what I would tell people if they first move to Nashville is go to the writers' rounds and observe.
Observe.
Hang back.
It's a cool thing to watch that, too.
It is.
It is impressive to
watch how people interact on stage. See what works and what doesn't work. I mean, I played a round last night with one of my dear friends, Brianna Tyson, and we know each other's songs. So
I've heard that name before.
Oh, you probably have. Jess knows her. I mean, like, she's amazing. But we know each other's songs. We sing harmony on each other's songs. The other girl up there on stage, we just had a chemistry. And we were all supporting each other. And you can tell a difference when people are up there supporting each other and it's a camaraderie, or when people are just waiting their turn.
I think that's key for life.
Yes.
You can see the people that are just checking in and the people who are real fully engaged.
Yep.
You know, so and you perform your own music.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I do.
Take me back to the times when you had to perform cover, or did you ever do that?
I did. I mean, and a lot of it was like county fairs and stuff like that. And then great. I was in a cover band for a while and did the whole cover band. Right. You know,
this is how we grow.
This is how we grow.
Like people always, when I say covers, it's almost like they're like, oh my God, you just said I have dog shit on my show. No. Like that's not the way I feel. Like I think people come to cities like this to hear the music they know.
Yeah. Well, and that's just it. It's all about familiarity.
Absolutely.
And so I actually, I love covers. There are a lot of songs that I love.
All right. Tell me what your favorite is.
Oh.
Don't say It's Raining Men. I just got off a cruise where they played it.
You're actually going to probably
It's Shania Twain.
No, you're going to be surprised by this.
All right. I'm ready. It's Love Shack.
No.
Okay. Hit me.
Pure Imagination.
What? I love that. I love
From Willy Wonka.
I love that.
And that's probably my favorite song of all time.
Rainbow Connection is my favorite song of all time.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
There's no greater song than Rainbow Connection.
Yep.
You know?
So I know we all have our songs. I mean, The Dance by Garth Brooks is obviously,
yes,
you know, something that's near and dear to my heart.
Yes.
And I met Tony Arata. He was one of the writers on it. I actually got to sit next to him at one of the Country Music Hall of Fame induction.
That's what an honor.
And it was great.
Was it like a beautiful moment?
Oh, it was, well, and I think it was even more beautiful because I'm sitting next to him and Garth Brooks was singing and it was just him and his guitar. And I was just like, this is like full circle.
This is it. This
full
is the
circle moment. And then I sat and talked to Tony for a while and he was so sweet and gave me such good advice.
Oh, that's great. I love those people. I love the people that like are good at what they do and they pass it along so that we can all be on the same ride. Like, I love that. I don't like people that are like, oh my God, I'm not booking time. Like,
I know.
Help each other along.
Yep.
How you're still writing?
I am. Mm-hmm.
What's your inspiration come from?
Real life.
Yeah.
So one of my core values is honesty. And
I love that.
I can't, it's just ingrained in my soul. My grandpa was one of the most honest people I've ever met in my life.
It should be ingrained. Do you pass it on to your children?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the hope.
Right.
Probably some bad habits too, but
right. Well, we're not going to bring those up. It's a perfectly lovely day, Chelsey. We're not
I know. We don't need to talk about that. But no, my grandpa. I love this story. Right before he passed away, he passed away last January. But my aunt had reached out to him, and she was trying to give him a password to something like her Netflix or her whatever, and was just like, just use it to watch this show, you know,
right?
Like just
the
take,
dreaded password.
Just take ours
I swear
and
it's
watch
take
this
chunks off your life.
I know.
I swear it is.
I know. And he wrote her a letter and was just like, my darling daughter, thank you so much for this, but I can't do it. It feels too dishonest. I'm like, that is just a level.
That is a level of honesty because let's face it, they're charging everybody on Netflix.
I know.
That is beautiful. I'm sorry for his passing. He sounds like he was very instrumental in your life.
It was very unexpected. We didn't expect him to pass.
Sorry.
It's, I just have another angel. So
absolutely. That's hanging out and riding with you and everything else. Where are you playing now?
Oh, I play a lot of writers' rounds around town, and then I travel. I go out west a lot. Utah, Idaho, Wyoming, Montana, those areas, and do a lot of shows out there, especially during tour season, which is the summer months.
Right. I know. I know. This is,
yep.
I know this from shooting that we're heading into the wah. Although I like it here because if my husband's actually coming today, and he's never been to Nashville, right?
Oh, awesome.
He's never been here. So, but I'm like, all this filming, I'm here all the time and everything, but I'm like, you know what? I don't really want you to come during CMA Fan Fest.
No.
It's a zoo.
It's crazy.
It's overpriced.
Yes.
It's the quality of music. I love it this time of year where you can walk in and get an artist that's really moving a room.
Oh yeah, totally.
As opposed to like Next, and I think it's just because it's such a cool city.
It is a cool city, and I think especially when you find those off the beaten path places to go, then it kind of brings the magic level up a little bit.
Yeah. What's your favorite place to play locally?
Oh, I love to play the local.
Yeah, the local. They opened one in Hendersonville.
Yes, they did. Yeah. So Jeff's great. Jeff does a great job at the local. I love playing the listening room.
The listening room, I've heard a lot of amazing things.
So I have a show coming up there in February.
Well, I'm coming back.
Yay!
I got to see this.
Yay! Okay.
I'm going with Jess. We're coming together.
Yes.
I would love to see that.
So it'll be a daytime show. It's in the middle of the day, which will be really cool.
That's my best time.
I haven't done one of those yet. So I'm like, this is going to be fun.
Well, that's a good mom thing.
So, it's great.
You can still go home and make dinner.
Yeah, totally. I don't cook, but
Well, somebody can make. You can have dinner.
My husband can cook.
Then he's a keeper. What do your kids think of this?
They give zero craps about this, if I'm being totally honest.
Bang! It's a mic drop moment. True. I mean, someday they're going to be like, this was my mother,
No, I mean, like, my youngest, she knows a lot of my songs, and if she comes to shows, she'll mouth along, but they complain all the way there. They complain all the way home. I mean, the last thing they want to do, I am not cool to them.
I think you're very cool.
No, but, like, to them.
Right.
I am not cool. What I do is not cool.
It will go back around when they're about 20. They'll be like, my mom's a badass.
I mean,
She's a rock star.
We'll see. Right now, I'm just embarrassing the crap out of them.
Right. Well, I mean, if you can master that, then, think how much fun you're going to have when they're 20.
Oh, it's great.
Yes.
I'm like, we're just getting started.
I know. Right. Sit down.
With this. So buckle up, sweetheart. But no, I think, biggest thing is I just want them to see me and my husband chasing dreams.
Yes.
Because I want them to know what possibilities are. And I don't believe in limiting mindsets. And
I love this.
And
You're such a great interview.
This is
such a good,
I'm just
inspiring because holy smokes, we can do anything.
100%.
The fear of judgment, the chirping in the ear. I tell my clients, I'm like, take one step to the left and get out of your own way.
Yeah. Totally.
You can do it.
Why
would you stick in a life that's not meant for you?
I know. I have stood in my own way.
Girl. We all have.
More than I can even say. But I also think, too, that my career is just kind of ramping up now. I've had this weird feeling about it, and I don't know if this is true or not.
Is it a scary feeling, or is it like, let's go?
No, I'm ready.
Yeah, I love that.
I think this is the first time in my life where I can say, no, I'm ready. Let's go.
That is so great.
But I think it's taken a while because, and I'm not saying I'm the only person to do this or anything like that, but I think that more people out there need to see that just because we're a certain age doesn't mean life is over. And that
I started a whole new career.
Yep.
I changed my whole life just a few years ago.
And I can't tell you how many of my friends, and we're all kind of in that same approaching middle age time, and they're just like, I feel like my life's over. I feel like I'm worthless. I feel like what
do I do now?
What do I do now? And I'm like, no, I think that we need to show that it doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
It doesn't matter.
As humans, we have the ability to pivot any damn day we want.
Yes.
And if it doesn't work, great. Next.
Yes. Well, and all that matters is connecting with people.
That's it. I mean, your fans are the reason you play music.
I'm so weird about the term fan, too. Because for me, I'm like, that feels weird. Like followers, like how many followers do you have? I'm like...
I hate that.
I'm like... Don't be a follower of me. Be a follower of Jesus, and just like my stuff.
Right, and it's so crazy because that becomes consuming and takes away from the talent and the focus and the drive of what your purpose is with your husband and your children and your music.
Yeah,
it becomes a numbers game and a head game.
Totally.
And then is it okay to pit humans against each other and compare them? I think it's wrong.
I think it's wrong too. I think at the end of the day, again, it's all about connection. And to say like fans and followers to me feels like I'm being put up here. And that's not how it should be. We're all here.
Yes.
Or we're all here or wherever that is. We're all equals in this. Just if I happen to be singing something or saying something that means something to you and it touches your heart, then great, love my music.
Right.
And you can think I'm a little crazy as a person. That's fine.
I'm totally cool with that. Yeah. I mean, totally I get it though, because the impact. What's the nicest compliment you've heard about your music?
I've never had that question. The nicest.
You think this is just a regular podcast? Giles, come on.
No, I don't even think it's something that someone has said. I think it's when I look down and I see someone crying.
That's so powerful.
Yeah, because there have been moments where I played a listening room show last year, and a girl came up to me after just sobbing, and she gave me a hug, and she said, my dad passed away a year ago, and I haven't been able to cry since he passed away. And she's like, I needed to hear your song, and it just and I just was like, whew.
I know. It's a surreal moment. But doesn't that just inspire you to do more?
Yeah, and I think even more so because I hear all the flaws.
Yes.
I hear all the things wrong with my voice.
That's human nature. I think we're our own worst enemies, our own worst. So quieting your inner voice is an art.
I know.
For women.
I'm working on it.
I know. Well, I'll give you some tips.
I'll be working on it forever. But to hear that, like, man, even when I'm hearing all the flaws, other people are hearing something that means something to them.
Absolutely. You've changed somebody's life.
So I think that helps me. It's like, okay, I need to, put a little more faith in what the words, that I'm saying and the message that I'm bringing across.
Do you ever, hit it, I can't write anymore. I don't, I'm blocked.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I especially, this is the first year I was talking to somebody about that I've felt burned out. Okay. I think this year's it's been a lot.
It's been a lot.
It's been a lot.
It was quick, but there was a lot shoved in it.
There was, and it was just ups and downs with all things in life and with kids and with family, and then it was a really busy year.
Yeah.
And I have felt my brain just going, okay, we need a reset.
That's okay.
And I think that's what this time of year is for.
Yes.
I mean, this town kind of shuts down.
Yes.
And usually I push through and I keep working, but this year I'm like, no, I think I need to take a few weeks.
Take the break.
And just let myself reset. So, yes, I do hit that point.
I think everybody does, though.
For sure.
Think you wouldn't be human if you didn't hit the point, you know?
Yeah.
I mean,
for sure.
I've had artists be like, this is my favorite time of year. I can just take a breath and
just kind of decompress.
Yes, because, you know, spring's a-coming.
Yep.
And that's when the season fires back up. And it is crazy.
Yeah.
What's the big dream? Where are we going to be in 5 years?
I have so many crazy dreams.
Let's hear them. They're not crazy.
So one of my dreams, I would love to sell out auditoriums across the country. Not necessarily stadiums, which is cool.
Right.
But I think my stadium dream looks a little different.
Right.
I'll explain it.
Okay.
But being able to sell out auditoriums and have a more like intimate show.
Oh, beautiful.
Where it's like me and my guitar or piano player or like, you know, cello, violin or cello, fiddle, whatever it is.
Yeah, sounds amazing.
Just, you know, just something that's where I can talk to the audience. I love to talk to people and connect that way. That's a dream. I would love to be able to take my family on the road with me.
Great.
And just like, hey, we're going to homeschool for a little bit. And
wow.
Homeschool, bus school, whatever.
Right. Big RV.
Same. If I ever get the chance to do a stadium tour or a stadium show, I'd build it differently. I don't even know how to explain this. Rodeo circus, maybe?
Wow.
So I train horses.
Yes.
It's a huge part of my life.
Yes. It's a passion of yours.
It's a passion of mine. And horses are a passion of mine. My husband and I are working toward opening up a horse therapy facility.
That's beautiful.
And well, it's just horses are so healing, and animals are healing.
All animals, I agree. When people say they don't have a dog or something, I'm like, well, you're missing out on such amazing.
Oh yeah, totally. I mean,
unconditional love.
Even our evil cats, no, they're not
right,
evil.
Exactly,
they're wonderful.
Right. Well, when you get a cat, you sign up for a cat.
But
you know, I mean, that's
exactly. But there's something with horses. So horses are different.
They're so therapeutic.
They're so therapeutic. They're very tuned in. But horses act like a mirror. So they'll show you yourself.
Wow, I did not know that.
So it's pretty cool.
It's amazing.
And that's why they're so good with therapy. But also, it's a 1,200-pound animal that you're learning how to communicate with.
Right.
And so that's one of our goals. But I would have, this is just to paint a picture, like a rodeo type arena, dirt floor, and have it a mix of music and like Old West shows.
Sounds like Billy Bob's in Texas.
Yeah.
Fort Worth.
Yes. It got, kind of like that, but built around a whole concert with like.
That's amazing.
All the things.
You'll do that for sure.
I mean, we'll see.
Yes,
we'll see what happens.
Definitely. When did the love of horses start?
Oh.
Childhood?
Yeah. I grew up with them. So I don't remember life without horses.
That's great.
So it's been my dad grew up on a dairy farm.
We were talking about that earlier with dogs. Like I've never not had a dog.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, ever.
Yeah,
I can't imagine coming through the front door and there not being a dog.
Yeah, totally.
Sitting there.
We had like a 2-3 year period when we were first married where we didn't have horses, and I didn't feel like myself. It was strange.
Yeah. It's an uncomfortable feeling. And if you have that talent, then you know, that's amazing. And you're living your dream. Where can your viewers find you?
Oh my goodness.
Don't pop your own bubble, girlfriend. This is a great life.
Like Glinda. The good
which is out, we're all back out in Wicked, right?
I know. I haven't even seen it yet.
You got to see it.
I know.
Great. I know. Take your kids.
I'm excited.
Go see it.
But I want to see it in theaters. Like I do.
I know. There's something very different, you know, when people come home to do it. I don't know. I think it's lost. The theater is a lost art, I think.
Oh, I love going to the theater.
Oh, me too. When my daughter was growing up, I took her to every Broadway show in New York. I took her to every, and just the experience of live art. Yeah. You know, now everybody gets it through a phone or something else. Like, the art and the actual structure of it, and it's just so incredible to be an artist, and you're in the same way. I mean, it's such an incredible. People don't understand what you sacrifice for this.
It's a lot, but it's worth it.
Oh, it's totally worth it. It's totally worth it. So where can we find you on social media?
Oh, Instagram, I'm Chelsey Stallings. It's Chelsey with a Y, so Chelseey, and then Stallings is exactly like it sounds. And then same on like Facebook, all the things. Instagram, I'm Horse Singer Chelsey. I have to say those separately because If you horse singer Chelsey.
Yes.
It sounds a little iffy. So horse singer Chelsey.
It's a family show, Chelsey. No, I'm joking. It's not
listen, right? So that's me on TikTok. I'm on YouTube. I'm,
Yeah. Do you do your own social media?
I do.
Oh, well, you got some talent with that. Anybody that can do their own video.
I do all my own social media. Well, for me, too, it just feels more personal.
Yes, I agree. But that's a huge amount of time.
It's a lot. It's very time consuming.
It is very
my socials have grown a lot this year.
Train one of these kids. There's a 14-year-old. Aren't they? They're like the masters at that.
No.
No.
No, not my 14-year-old. I love him, but
yes, no, we're not passing that.
Doesn't even know how to use punctuation.
I know. It's such an awkward age. They all grow out of it. Trust me, they all do. I mean, for somebody who has a child and helped raise nieces and nephews, I'm like, they grow out of it.
Oh, I know.
And you don't take it so when it's not your kid, you're like, oh, it's what all kids do. When it's your kid, you're like, why are you acting like that?
Oh, I know.
It's so crazy.
There's a comma there.
No. I know. And now it's like Christmas, which is even worse, and they get time off, and you're like, oh no, now what do we do with everybody?
Oh, I know.
It's crazy, right? I used to see where like it's the most wonderful time. I'm like, it's the most expensive time of the year is what it really is.
Oh, it's so expensive.
It's crazy. Everything's expensive.
I know. My husband's sick of prime time.
Yeah.
Amazon Prime showing up at our house.
Yes. Oh, I know. Oh, I've seen.
We call it prime time.
I have to tell you the funniest thing that I've ever seen on social media. It was a gentleman, and he was filming himself, and he's like, I'm an something organizer. He goes, my wife, she gets the Amazon ships, and I decide which is returned, what isn't. I'm pissing my pants because what woman doesn't love Amazon?
Yeah.
I mean, for God's sakes, it comes to your door. Mm-hmm. I know. It's almost like, I don't even this is how lazy I've gotten. I'm like, we're out of sponges. Psh.
Oh, no, I do the same thing. And
I don't want to go to the store. Those people are not nice at the holidays.
No, and then half the time they can get it to your house faster than I can get to the store.
Right.
So
you don't have to get your leggings, for God's sakes.
Yeah, I'm like, easy.
It's such a beautiful world. I know. I swear, the drive. We just moved into a new house, so every day we come home and there's. In Philadelphia, we come home and there's boxes. It's like Christmas is delivered every day, but stuff you don't really want to spend money on, like garbage cans and new sheets and stuff. But it's like every single day. And the FedEx guy, he's like, I'm gonna have to introduce myself because I'm gonna be around a lot. I'm like, don't worry, there's a large Christmas bonus coming your direction.
Oh, amazing!
I love Amazon. I really do. Are you playing anywhere soon that anybody could see you?
Oh my goodness. Where am I playing? Next Tuesday, I'm playing at the Vinyl Lounge. Here in town. I don't know what time yet. I will have to check on that. I think I play Thursday. I don't even know my schedule.
We'll get it. You guys send it to me.
Yes, I play all the time.
Yes.
So.
Well, I have to tell you, you're just a delight.
Oh my gosh, so are you. This is great.
Oh, I know. All right. I'm going to have to ask you, and don't break my heart. You'll come back, right?
Oh, absolutely.
You'll keep us on this ride with you?
Absolutely.
I love that. Favorite part of this show is, first of all, I get to meet people like you, and I'm so in awe of this talent. I'm like, oh my God, I don't even know how to tie my shoelaces.
You haven't even heard me sing, Deb.
I know.
So
Wait, would you sing a little bit?
Do you want me to?
I would love to.
What do you want me to? Okay, so on my Instagram profile, it's just kind of a funny little thing at the top. I say I'm Judy Garland gone gritty.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Because I get compared to her a lot, just like vibe and whatever.
Yes.
So we'll do that. We'll do Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Why not? Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I've heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me. where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me, somewhere over the rainbow. Bluebirds fly, birds fly over the rainbow. Why, then oh, why can't I? The happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow. Why, oh, why can't I?
Bravo! That was so beautiful. Oh. That was so beautiful. You were meant to do this.
Oh,
that
gosh.
was so, thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Oh my gosh,
I'm
thank
like
you.
welling up over here. That was so beautiful.
I should have taken a drink of water right before, partway through. I'm like, wow, I'm really dry.
Let's just go. But I mean, that was beautiful. That was so beautiful. All right, you're gonna come back.
Absolutely.
We're gonna keep doing this.
You're stuck with me, Deb.
It's my honor, my friend. It is my honor. Thank you for sharing your incredible story.
Oh my gosh, thank
Holiday
you.
blessings to your family.
Same
Don't
to you.
worry, Amazon delivers every single damn day.
I love it.
If you're out of a sponge,
I'm here for it.
that's
even
me
after
too.
Christmas.
I'm telling you, one night we'll shop online together.
I know.
Now we're spoiled. You're like I'm like,
don't tempt
Prime
me
Day?
with a good time.
I get more excited over Prime Day than I do my birthday.
I know. I know. It's a problem.
That's a sickness, I think,
problem.
too. But I'm like, wait a minute, you're going to bring it? You're going to bring it here in an hour, and it's going to be cheaper?
And it's going to be cheaper. Yeah.
That man deserves a Nobel Peace Prize.
Uh-huh.
I mean, honestly, it is the greatest thing.
I mean, he is like one of the richest men in the world. Right?
Yes. Well, I mean, think about it. How you getting sponges to people's houses like us? I mean, you damn well should be paid a lot of money for doing it.
That's true.
My theory. I mean, if that for convenience, we will overpay as Americans for convenience.
Absolutely.
It has been an honor and a pleasure, and we can't wait to have you back.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, Chelsey. Thank you.